Hello and welcome back to the Engerati studio here at European Utility Week. I'm joined now by Oswaldo Kaschny, who's the Electrical Utility Solutions VP at Schneider Electric. Oswaldo, firstly, welcome to the studio. Thank you for making time. While we were off air, I was talking a little bit to Oswaldo about what Schneider Electric is doing in this space, and one of the themes that came out is transformation. So I'd like to ask you the question: what is the transformation that you're seeing currently in the market?
Okay, we see now we are in a transition phase in terms of energy management. We have an old model that we are phasing out in the next few years to a new model where it's a complete decentralized system in terms of resources. We need to comply to the new requirements in terms of the environmental requirements for CO2 emission, green energy, and so on. We need to be more efficient in terms of the usage of the energy. And we position ourselves, Schneider Electric, as an energy management leader that can provide to our customers between 30 to 70% of energy savings.
So and these are utilities who
These are utilities and the final customer. It could be the commercial, industrial, and the residential customers also. And we see this transition as a new model that is being defined and is being matured by the different geographies in the world. Requirements from different geographies are different, and we are able today to adapt those requirements to our solutions, to have our solutions adapted to those requirements.
I mean, those numbers are quite large, but 30 to 70% energy savings.
Yes.
How are those manifested? I mean, what are people doing to realize those numbers?
Okay, the way we see. As you know, in the electrical energy, you have to match the consumption with the generation, and to do in the old model, we have a one-way energy from the top, from the big generation unit facilities to the consumer, and you could forecast what is going to be the next day load, and to match this is the, let's say, the rule, the main rule of the utility. And the way we see this evolution is that with the addition of the renewables, with the PV, with the wind, with the different biogas and so on, we are with the different requirements from the grid, from the operators. We need to have we need to continue to provide to our customers, commercial, industrial, and residential, and a quality in terms of energy. And the addition of these renewables brings new challenges in terms of the system stability, with the voltage, with the VAR control, with the consumer being more efficient.
So is the challenge on the complexity of?
Is the challenge in the complexity, and also in the new model where you have the addition of energy in any domain of the network. An example that we can give to you is that the capability of a customer to insert energy, it brings a lot of issues in the stability of the network. That's when we talk about the match between the consumption and the generation. We are talking about that we have to have our resources. They are dimensioned to the peak load. And all the other times we don't have that, we don't use that energy. We are developing storage systems that can be storing the energy off peak, and we can use that in the on peak, in order that we can postpone investments in the new generation facilities.
So what we're talking about is a buffer, effectively.
Yes. Basically, we want to optimize the peak in terms of we can shave the peak, and we can improve this buffer, to use the buffer during the peak. With this, we can postpone large investments, capex investments in new power plants and big investments. And this is let's say one of the challenges we have.
Isn't that one of the holy grails in electricity, though? Because it's actually quite hard to store it.
Yes.
Which is why hydropower or something like that
Yes.
is so good, because it can be turned on really quickly
Yes,
to
exactly.
to
Yes.
generate for peak demand.
Exactly.
Because I don't want you to let out any state secrets, but how are you going about solving this storage thing? I would imagine it's not a great big whopping battery. It must be something more sophisticated than that.
It is a management system. It's a software. It's an IT software that you are able to dispatch your resources in an optimal way, in order that you can mix.